In this video, I'm going to share with you the tools that I use to create my art and my variety of mediums of art. One of my viewers asked for this, so stay tuned. Hello folks, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host Jerry Hansen. It is cold and snowy outside, so I'm creating some content for indoors where it's a little bit warmer. One of my viewers was asking, when I do my art, my paintings and other mediums, they asked what tools do I use, what paints do I use. So I'm going to go through and list some of the stuff that I've used, like to create these pictures right here and my other mediums, and we'll go through step by step. So let's start out with watercolor. These brushes I got while I was in college. I bought them from the college bookstore. I can't see the names on it. Wait a minute. It says Craft Smart. Okay, these are Craft Smart brushes. This is a connoisseur brush, this is a connoisseur brush, and this is a royal brush. And these are my favorite brushes that I use for all of my watercolor. These are the watercolor paints that I got. These paints I acquired from college. And also I supplemented the colors from Hobby Lobby, because they had this. This is a Krumbacher Academia, which is the artist watercolor colors that I use for this. Now these colors up here, I just bought a kit from Walmart, and I figured I'd try these. These are relatively inexpensive, and virtually anybody who wants to get into watercolor and even try it, they can just go down to Walmart and pick you up a package of brushes and this. And the paper I use is just a Strathmore watercolor paper. And of course I just use this large palette, which has many different options for colors and blending colors. These are the tools I've used to create some of these pictures that you see here. Now to create these scratchboard arts, I don't know what else you call them, this is just what I learned in college art class, is what this is just a paper with a black clay type material over the top of it, and you just scratch that off of there and it exposes the white surface underneath. This is a board and this is more of a paper, so I've got two different mediums here, and this was the very first scratchboard art I've ever done. I've never done one before, and then this was the second one I did, and then the third one was this little truck that I did, which is now hanging in somebody's private collection in Arkansas. So the tools I used are a pair of calipers, which is one of the tools of my trade at work, as I'm a cardiac rhythms monitor technician and I measure the cardiac rhythm strips. And so I used a pair of these calipers with a sharp point there to scratch the surface, and that's my main drawing tool. Another one is this eraser pen and a pearl eraser, regular pearl eraser, and also just regular sandpaper. That's how I got the effect of the grasses on the turtle, and then the eraser created the reflection of the sun off the top of the water. Now for my charcoals, I use this charcoal set from a set that my wife bought me 30 years ago, and it has the different shades, the different hardnesses of charcoals that I can get, the different shadings of charcoal on this picture. The paper I use is just common butcher paper. Now for doing my pencil drawings, I use 5 different shades of Prang pencils from the same kit that I got from using the charcoal that the charcoal is in, and I also use the Strathmore Bristol paper for all of my pencil drawings. Here's some examples, other examples of some pencil drawings that I have done. Now for acrylics, well, I've only done one acrylic in my life. That's it. And it's this acrylic right here that was entered into the county fair this year. And I did this from a kit that my kids had purchased for me for last Christmas. And I was really, no, actually it was for my birthday. I was really excited to get it. No, it was last Christmas. And it was painted from a kit, a painting kit that my kids had purchased for me for last Christmas. I was really excited to get it. So the kit just included this little easel, included about 4 of these little canvases, and this paint, and these brushes. It's just the standard kit. And finally, there's one last medium that I paint in, and it's the Sumi Ink. It comes in this little box. In Japanese, and it's a Japanese style of painting, but it opens up and it has this little styluses that you just grind in this little palette, add a little water, and you can create an ink with these 2 brushes. So this is just a little kit you can buy down at your craft store and paint in Sumi Ink, and here's a couple of examples of Sumi that I've painted. So that concludes the tools and the mediums that I use for my paintings, drawings, art. For those of you who are curious, I thought this would be informational to you, just to see what mediums I do use. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you guys for joining me in my library. And stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And also give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. I like getting back to your comments. I like reading what you guys think. And also compliments. I won't turn those away either. You can also share my videos on your social media platforms. That helps out our channel greatly. I have some merchandise I'm selling below. There's some t-shirts and hoodies. It's cold, so get a hot cocoa mug with Pine Meadows Hobby Farms logos on them. And we'll see you guys in new videos coming up soon. Bye-bye.